No one imagined or thought of this, not even Pope. The name everyone believes is the only one in the draft will be Kobe Bryant. Okay, but what about Williams? Let's talk about that, but first subscribe to the channel. This year's NBA draft may not be the immediate stage for Amari Williams, but the insight presented by Killian Wright of Sports, illustrated about the center's potential, is a reminder that basketball still holds valuable secrets, and Williams may very well be one of them. Williams was a key cog in Pope's team during his lone season in Lexington. Coming from Drexel, he brought with him a wealth of versatility and tactical intelligence that many players his size are still trying to develop. With solid averages of 10.9 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and 1.2 blocks per game, Williams not only filled the paint, but also became a facilitator on offense, connecting plays and being a balance point for the system implemented by Pope. His ability to command the game from the inside out was one of the most talked about characteristics throughout the season, and this did not go unnoticed by the watchful eyes of analysts. Wright's article, which names Williams as the best basketball player in the 2025 NBA draft, sounds like a warning to those who insist on measuring an athlete's value only by the hype created around famous names. The analysis made by the Sports Illustrated writer goes beyond the statistical numbers and delves into the modern profile that Williams represents. A tall player with mobility, athleticism, and the ability to contribute on defense as well as build offense. He's exactly the type of player NBA teams are starting to prioritize. He may not have the flash of a first-round or even early second-round prospect, but Wright is right that his talent far outweighs his likely draft position. The current scenario suggests that Williams may end up opting for an alternative route, such as the G League, to continue honing his game and proving his worth before making the final leap to the NBA. While this may be disappointing to some fans who were hoping to see him drafted this year, basketball history is full of examples of players who flourished after periods of development away from the spotlight. If there's one thing Kentucky basketball teaches time and time again, it's that patience and hard work are key ingredients to success. Pope's vision for integrating Williams into the team once again demonstrates the coach's ability to identify and bring out the best in his players. Under his guidance, Williams has not only been a steady player, he's become a multifaceted threat who can impact the game in a variety of ways. This is a direct reflection of Pope's philosophy of tailoring his system to each player's individual strengths, maximizing their collective impact. And if Williams can replicate that approach at the next level, whether in the G League or eventually the NBA, few doubt that he could establish himself as a major player. Calling Williams a big surprise in the 2025 draft may seem like a bold label now, but the truth is that modern basketball increasingly values players who can play multiple roles without sacrificing efficiency. His combination of height, agility, and technical ability is uncommon among even the most celebrated prospects, and that should ensure he finds a place in the competitive NBA ecosystem. It remains to be seen whether teams will be willing to take a chance on his potential before it's too late. Amari Williams may not be the most talked-about name in this year's draft, but his trajectory is a powerful reminder that a player's true value often transcends initial expectations. If Wright is right, and it looks like he might be, Williams will be remembered not as a late surprise but as a wise choice for any team that decides to invest in him. Let's move on. With a clear focus on balancing three-point shooting and stout defense, the Wildcats are poised to compete in the ever-challenging SEC, bringing a combination of raw talent, athleticism, and tactical nous. Advanced stats analyzed by experts like Evan Miyakawa of evanmiya.com point to a team that, while not perfect, has the potential to surprise and excel on both ends of the floor. The addition of former Pitt point guard Jaland Low is one of the cornerstones of this overhaul. Lowe, who stood out last season for his versatility, brings a skill set that aligns perfectly with Mark Pope's vision of the game. Miyakawa highlights Lowe's prowess as a scorer, capable of scoring from anywhere on the court, with remarkable efficiency from the free throw line. More than just a scorer, however, Lowe is a natural facilitator, with an impressive ability to create opportunities for his teammates and maintain possession with confidence. He's still more of a point guard than a scorer, Miyakawa noted, noting that Lowe's ability to orchestrate the offense will be crucial for a roster filled with talented athletes and capable scorers. One thing that might initially concern fans is Lowe's 26.6% three-point shooting percentage from last season. In a system like Pope's that values volume and efficiency from long range, that statistic might raise eyebrows. However, Miyakawa's advanced analytics provide some optimism. After adjusting for context, shot volume, and other factors, he projects Lowe could shoot 33–34% from three-point range next season, a significant jump that would make him more than a good fit to lead the Wildcats' offense. Recent examples reinforce that confidence. Players like Ansley Almanor, who shot 42.4% from three-point range last season, a three-point increase from the previous year, and Lamont Butler, who increased his efficiency from distance by an impressive 9% to 39.1%, demonstrate that Pope's system has the potential to maximize his players' performance in that area. I don't think three-point shooting will be an absolute strength of the team, but it won't be a significant weakness either, Miyakawa said, suggesting that Kentucky will be in a comfortable position, probably in the middle of the pack among SEC teams in that regard. While the team appears well-rounded on offense, it's on defense that the 2025-26 Kentucky team could really shine. After a season in which the Wildcats struggled with defensive deficiencies, especially in the paint, where they were physically overwhelmed by opponents like Alabama, Pope has been surgical in the transfer market to address those shortcomings. The acquisition of Quaintance, who Miyakawa rated as the best defensive player in the senior transfer class, is a move that could transform the Cats' inside game. Despite coming off a torn ACL, Quaintance's potential is undeniable. As a freshman, he already demonstrated exceptional defensive skills, and his high school recruiting profile points to a very high ceiling. He could be one of the most disruptive defenders in the country next year, potentially an All-American. On defense, Miyakawa predicts, highlighting Quaintance's ability to change the course of games with his presence. The defense, however, doesn't rely solely on Quaintance. The addition of Dubate, a former Alabama player, adds even more athleticism and intensity to the inside game. Dubate, who has faced Kentucky as an opponent, now bolsters the paint with his ability to compete physically and protect the rim, traits the Wildcats lacked last season. This duo, combined with the overall athleticism of the roster, positions Kentucky as a team capable of giving opponents a hard time, especially in high-intensity games. Mark Pope's work in building this roster is worthy of praise. In just one offseason, he has managed to assemble a group that combines youth, talent, and versatility, correcting past flaws and aligning the team with his philosophy of play. The advanced statistics reinforce the optimism. Kentucky has not only attracted talented players, but also athletes who fit into a system that values a balance between offense and defense. What do you think? Comment below.